Hello, and welcome to the Modern Romantic Podcast, where we celebrate and inspire romanticism through passionate people who do incredible things. Hi, it's my birthday. Hi, I'm Trey. At time of filming, it is my birthday, and I'm joined by my fabulous co-host, as always, who it's not her birthday, but she celebrates every day like it is, Emily. Hi, Emily.
It's like a Taylor Swift lyric.
It is. It is.
It's my birthday every day.
Mm-hmm. It's my birthday.
But today can be yours. I won't take today away from you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. So magnanimous of you. How have you been?
You know what? The garden is in.
Okay.
That's an accomplishment.
The garden is in. The chipmunks are coming to get peanuts from me.
I saw
constantly. There are three there might be more than three, which I'm told is probably the case. However, I've seen three at once. Okay. Yeah. One of them is a little boy with a little scratch on his leg. And so I could tell him apart.
Oh.
Yeah. And they come up and they're like, "Can I have a peanut?" And today I had two of them at my feet.
Oh, that's really
peanuts
cute.
At the same time. And yeah, it's a glorious Disney inspired life.
You just need the birds.
You're living my Disney princess fantasies.
I'm working on crows too. I need to build like a crow stand. My sister did this she built like a platform up off the ground. So like, I don't know if squirrels can get in there, but she puts like little shiny things and also peanuts. And then they come for the shiny things and the peanuts, and it's starting to work. So I might need to do the same thing.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Emily, I hate to break it to you, but it's just me in a bird costume. I'm so sorry.
Is it one of the inflatable ones?
No, it's one of those homemade ones. It's like tar and feather, just like glued right to my body.
Commit to the role.
Is that why you're bleeding?
Constantly? Yes.
Right. Turns out you're allergic to tar and feathers.
Emily, I'm in the ER again. Why? Because of reasons. Okay, the dark joke aside.
I'm so sorry.
The dark joke aside, I'm glad that your garden is coming together and that you are connecting with nature again and with all the animals.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fun.
It's therapeutic. Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. How about you?
Auditioning like crazy. I've auditioned now for Hunchback of Notre Dame and for Hairspray. I did not get into Hairspray. I heard back shortly afterwards, but I have a few friends that got in, so I'm very excited. Still waiting to hear back for Hunchback.
That's really cool.
Crossing fingers.
Yeah.
If you play the Hunchback of Notre Dame, do you have to hunch your back, or do they have a prosthetic, or like how does that work?
Ooh, okay. So in the show itself, the way that it's been staged before, in the opening of the show, they'll introduce all the characters, et cetera, and when they talk about the Hunchback and when he gets revealed, he has the solo number for a little bit, and then he walks forward, and they will strap a thing to the back that gives him the hunch, and then throw a cloak over him, and then he will become hunched.
Oh, that's cool.
So he starts off looking like quote unquote normal, and then slowly transforms as he comes closer to the audience.
That's really cool.
All while they're singing "What Makes a Monster" and "What Makes a Man." So it's a very profound question that comes up quite a bit through the show. I haven't listened to the soundtrack 20 times. No, couldn't be me. Great show, highly recommend it. But I also highly recommend our guest today. Emily, would you do us a favor and introduce our fantastic guest?
Absolutely. Today we have Isaac Pryor with us. He's an artist from the Midwest, so after my own heart, and he does cool line drawings and line art, and I'm excited to dive in because it's really unique and cool. Welcome to the show, Isaac.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be here.
And also happy belated birthday.
Yes.
Thank you. It was a good weekend. It was a very good weekend to have a birthday, as you know.
It was a nice week weather-wise anyway, at least here.
It was pretty decent here too. The Midwestern talk. The weather was good.
The weather was great.
Yeah.
Did you go down to the feed store and get
I could have. I didn't.
Did you also bring? We have you, Isaac, our guest, and then we also have 4 I want to say sub guests of yours,
Yeah.
your children.
Yes. Oh, my
You have
cats.
4 cats.
I have 4 cats, and so my partner Nikki, she moved into my house, our house, in July of last year, and she has a corgi. His name is Gary.
Oh,
there's
wonderful.
there's 5
I
animals
love
here.
that.
Yeah, he's a handful, and at some point, I'm sure he's gonna waddle his way in here and be like, "What's up, Isaac?"
And you'll be like, "What's up, Gary?"
Yeah,
I love that, because then if you're ever somewhere and you have to leave, or you're like just done with the party or whatever, you can be like, "I have to get home to my son Gary."
Yeah, I gotta go meet a guy by the dumpster. His name's Gary.
He keeps me on my toes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Isaac,
So-
I'm so glad. I am so glad that you're here. One of the things that I'm so interested for our audience to hear about is your journey into art specifically, because you have a very diverse background when it comes to creating things.
I do. Yeah. So as most artists say, and I know that you're not supposed to put this in like your artist statement and stuff like that, but I've been doing art since I was a little kid, since I was 5. My mom has stories of me saying when I was 5 or 10 years old, I want to be an artist when I grow up. So
Oh,
it's always,
cool.
yeah, it's always been on the horizon. I've done lots and lots of different things over the years, but I quit my job in 2024. I was a full-time jeweler. I was a salesman slash jeweler at AIM Silversmithing here in town.
Okay.
And now I am a freelance contract jeweler that I work up the street from the old place. So I get to go in, I get to make my hours. I'll go there at noon and I'm there till 5, 3 days a week. And I repair or I make jewelry for people. But I'm really trying to step back from that world. Jewelry is a very weird, very weird crowd. The stone dealers are interesting. The metal is crazy expensive, and so you have to pay attention to that. And just the people involved with selling jewelry is not my favorite. So
Okay.
I'm trying to slowly get out of it.
Sure. We had Ula Sand on, I don't know, it's probably been a month and a half or so ago, and he is a jeweler in Norway. And he
Cool.
was talking about how what people do is bring him jewelry that's like hand-me-down jewelry or vintage or antique jewelry to melt down to make something new, often because of the price of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Last year, this time, gold was at like 2,700, and now it's like 4,600, approaching
Wow.
5,000 an ounce. That's an ounce. Yeah. So making somebody's ring that would have cost $1,000 2 years ago is, twice as much. So it really cost prohibitive. And then for me to make money, I have to live too. It's just
Yes.
like, yeah, just adding that on top, it feels like robbery sometimes, and that's not a good feeling.
No.
No. Like, you want to feel good about your art and the things that you put out in the world.
Yes, very much so. But I am at a much better place. Shout out to Gilger Designs here in town. They're an awesome family-owned place as well, and they're much more. They align with my beliefs and my goals a lot.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's important.
it's very important.
Yeah.
As I found out from the old place. So yeah.
And then I hear that you also have a background in graphic design.
Yes, I went to school for graphic design. First, I started as I went to school for culinary, and
Oh.
so I was gonna go into the chef world. I was gonna do all sorts of fun cooking stuff and be creative there. And I found out that a lot of chefs, they work 12, 13-hour days, and there's a lot culinary artists in the house. Nice.
Yeah, Josh said. Josh also went to culinary.
Oh,
at school.
awesome.
He's our moderator, and he's hanging out in the chat right now.
Oh, awesome.
So yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. I found out very quickly it wasn't for me. So I did 1 semester of that and switched over to graphic design.
Okay.
I did a couple years of that as well. I dropped out because again, it's so competitive, and at the time, it just wasn't what I wanted. So I went on my own way, and I did a lot of freelance stuff, and yeah, had a stable job for 10 years that I left, and now I'm here.
I get that. Do you still enjoy to cook?
Oh yeah, I cook a lot. Yeah.
Awesome. What do you
Okay.
like to cook? Oh, go ahead.
No,
Trey,
you were
sorry.
going to ask the same question.
I like to, I mean, it's whatever floats my boat. I do really enjoy making curry. That's one
Okay.
of my more favorite things to make. So making curry from scratch, that's really enjoyable. But like, I used to cook a lot of meat, but I've kind of slowed down a lot on cooking meat for all sorts of different reasons. But just because, yeah, I want to switch to other stuff, explore the horizons. So yeah, it's really whatever I want, or whatever. Like Nikki sometimes will be like, "This looks really tasty." I'm like, "Okay, I'll make that." So
it is nice to have. I'll say it is nice to have a culinary artist in the house for those reasons, because I can say, hey, let's. I don't know. He also hunts and fishes, so it's kind of nice to have.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, when those things come in, anyway. Not always, but yeah. So I agree that it's a pretty cool perk.
Yeah,
Of living with somebody who has culinary leanings.
for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Trey
Huge.
has some culinary leanings.
We'll call them I like to experiment, and I like
Yeah.
to measure with my heart.
Yes,
Oh,
that's right.
I
The
never
important
measure.
things.
I made bread the other day, and I was like, just dump a bunch of stuff in and see how it turns out.
And how'd the
Did
bread
that
come out?
work? I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like bread is so specific. Oh,
Yeah. I was when I was in culinary, that was one thing that I focused on, was doing baking bread. So I still have all, even though it's like 20 some years ago, or almost 20 some years ago, I still have that locked away, and I really enjoy making bread. So yeah.
awesome.
Dang. That's the one thing
Yay,
I still
carbs.
haven't made. Yay, carbs.
That's right.
Yay,
Yay,
carbs.
You haven't made bread yet.
I have not. I've got everything. I keep saying that I want to make bread. I bought the yeast, I bought the flour, I bought the sugar, I bought like everything I need to. It's just the assembly part. And then baking it.
Once you get it down, like you kind of have to like force yourself to do it, maybe, and then but once you get it down, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then you're like, it's like clockwork. When you want fresh bread, you're like, okay, I just do these steps.
Yeah.
And or you just can start it the night before or whatever.
That's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fair. Kind of let it rise at least overnight, and then you come back to the bread.
Yeah.
Come back to an oven full of bread because you put it in the oven to rise, like I did.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Oh, well, my oven light is like an old school bulb, so it's just hot enough to let bread rise like perfectly.
Oh.
Unless you leave it in there like way too long.
Wow. The
Yeah.
secrets. The secrets
Yeah.
I learned from you.
Yeah, try your oven light. You don't have to turn the oven on, just the light. And then if you have 4 cats and a corgi, you won't risk anyone getting on the counter to get the.
Yep.
No, I just have to worry about Wanda in the guest room closet. So, all right, so we've got graphic design, we've got culinary skills, we've got 4 cats and a corgi, we've got
and a Nikki.
And a Nikki. Yes.
and a Nikki. What brought you into line art?
And let's see. So in 2000, I was doing abstract stuff previously. It was a lot way different than what I'm doing now. It still had a lot same type of touches to it, same overall feel. But I saw somebody online. I can never remember her name. I'll have to shoot you who it is so you can give them a proper little thing right here, little mention. But
Okay.
she does amazing mountainscapes with line art, and
Okay.
this style technically falls under the Zentangle umbrella.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of Zentangle in of itself. It's a lot of floral, it's a lot of um it has things in it that you can identify and go, that's a flower, that's close to a mandala, that sort of thing. Whereas this is just the same pattern over and over, and you have to I'm a technique based guy, so getting techniques to make things fold and wave is a lot harder than just putting the same pattern down over and over. At least in my mind. It is the same thing, but it's a little bit more complicated. But I saw her doing mountainscapes, and her partner does photorealistic animals, and then she would put mountainscapes in the background. And they live in Canada,
Oh.
so they do like bears and uh, caribou, maybe a caribou, some sort of antlered animal. And I saw that and I was like, oh, that is really cool. I wonder if I can do that. So I just kind of took it from there.
Dang. Okay. From the work that I've seen, it the line art has been both very intricate and then also very bold.
Mm,
So I can tell that there's a lot of variation when it comes to the lines, and it's not just what you when you say the word line, you think of a single like tiny line. It's a mixture of them to create some very intricate pieces.
mhm.
How do you decide when you're creating a piece, oh, I want to create it doing using this. I want to use this to evoke this. What goes into that decision making process?
A lot of it's in the moment. There's another name for the style, which is intuitive drawing, and it's a lot of tiny decisions all the way along the way. You're just flying by the seat of your pants. Sometimes I have a thought when I start a piece, and I'll jump into it, and that thought will, of course, change because this is very flowing, and
Hmm.
it morphs as time goes on. But um, yeah, depending on how you pull your lines to a single vertice, or how you have them bow out, how far you have them bow out, it can give you clouds, or it can give you waves or water, or it can do all sorts of stuff. So it's really what 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 you're feeling in the moment. At least for me, I do a lot of this to be present with myself, being ADHD and having a lot of I had a colorful childhood, and so I have some stuff to process. And this helps me. This really helps me process and be with myself for all the different parts of myself that are um, hurting or challenged or needing attention. So it really allows me to just sit and be with me.
That is all right. We can quit having the show. That is the absolute best way I've ever heard that said, ever.
Well, thank you.
That was amazing. It's very well said, and wow, right on. That is a really big argument for art
Mm,
as well,
yes.
like as a whole. I feel like that's something I also work in a makerspace, so I hear these kinds of things where, oh, I got in here and I started working on art and my brain actually like calmed down, or
Yeah.
I parts of my brain actually shut off so I could, I actually it's quieter here,
Yeah.
things like that. And I think that's glorious, and it's like one of those intangible things that's very hard to market.
Yes.
But it's something that people kind of don't realize it until they do it or dive into the right art, that's
Yeah.
going to really speak to them.
That's very true. It is very true. Yeah. And it's something like you don't know what it's like until you actually sit down and do it for yourself. And this has drastically improved my life throughout my whole life, but it is a challenging thing to convey to other people, or like how to market me sitting down and processing my feelings for other people to explore or want on their walls.
What's something else you think? You said something a second ago that made me think to ask, what's something else maybe that you see as a benefit from this?
Just from creating art, or what I do?
Yeah, whether it's like from a flow state or from like just the fact that
What's another benefit?
you mentioned something that made me think that there was a multitude of things, and this was just one of them. So, not to put you on the
Oh,
spot.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. I mean, being home, being with the cats, that's great. I get to be with them all the time, which is it's nice. There's a lot of chaos when you have 4 animals in a small house. So 5 animals, and Gary is corgis have a lot of energy. They generally don't like cats. And yes, there was a lot of training that went involved with Gary. He's
Did the cats train Gary?
kind of. He wouldn't let them get close. It's been a lot of Pavloving him to, like, when he sees a cat, we'll give him the command word, and if I say it, he's going to run in here. But give him the command words so that when he sees them, he's like, "Oh, I get a dopamine hit. This is great." And then doing that to the cats as well. And cats are so specific. So, like, you have a fraction of a second to be able to give them the command word, which in this case it's a clicker, so that they will understand that looking at him is a benefit. It feels good. So it's just, it was in the first couple of months, it was just me sitting at home like, okay, toll, that's the keyword, which maybe he might run in, but just giving him the keyword, clicking for the cats. 2 of them he doesn't care about, and the other 2 he's very wary about. So it's just chaos.
It's a process.
Yeah.
You know what? Good for you for trying, though. I feel like plenty of people would just be like, oh, they don't get along, or, oh, this is just, it sucks that they, it's not the best relationship. So I love that you're trying and putting out in this much effort. I think that's awesome.
I don't think I could not do it, because I love my cats so much. They got me through, like, being here in this house with the cats after my divorce, and it was not a fun time in my life, but being here with them during that afterwards was just so peaceful and so nice, just to watch them grow and be okay with things again. And yeah, they helped me and I helped them, and I feel it's only it's only part of my life that I can give to them that ability to be okay with a corgi that is a little possessive.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Nikki is watching, and she said Isaac is an animal whisperer. Yeah.
Hi, Nikki.
Yeah, I was going to say hi, Nikki, in the chat. Awesome.
There's a cat from my neighbor that I've been trying to befriend. Months ago, I tried to foster a cat. It did not work out. We were not the right fit.
Yeah.
So my neighbor has a cat who will venture, and he likes to sit in a flower bed. And lately I've been trying to get him come closer so that I can give him, pets and love and all those sorts of things and fulfill my life through this cat. So today, a couple weeks ago, was sitting at my front door. He was sitting in the flower bed, tried to do the whole pss, 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 pss thing. Turned around, looked at me, really wide-eyed, and then just didn't move at all. So I was like, all right, same MO, just gonna walk away. So I shut the door, and then I go back and I sit in my office, and I have my office window open so I can see him. And I saw this little orange thing start moving over to my front door, looking for me.
Oh.
So I went and I opened it again. He had his face pushed up against the glass door. And I was like, hi. And I slowly opened it, got down, let him sniff my knuckles and that sort of thing. Well, he sniffed it, for all of about 2 seconds before he came in my house.
Whoa.
He just straight up walked inside, and so I was in this awkward, precarious situation of like, I can't see cat, where cat go? So I shut the door, and it recognized that when door closed, cat can't get out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he started to
Oh.
have a panic attack, and so long story short, let him out. But he came in my house for all of a couple seconds, and then he showed up today when I pulled in
Aw.
my garage, and he went into my garage.
Aw.
So
He
he's a very
likes
skittish
you.
cat. He's a very skittish cat, but just brings me so much
He's
love.
trying to
Mhm.
claim your house. You're a soon-to-be former homeowner.
Mhm.
Dang, do I still have to pay the mortgage?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dang
That's
it.
what you sign up for. Yeah.
Worth
They
it.
Yeah. Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it for the neighbor's cat.
That's really
Um,
cute.
I love that story.
it's
Yeah.
so adorable. Um, so kind of getting back to the art. So you are now in a so you
What
are
is
in
the
a
show
place.
about?
What is the show about?
No, I love it.
Cats.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, getting back, all of those things I think influence us in a way that no one can really describe for someone else. They kind of have to have that experience. So I'm curious to know, how has your art evolved with these recent experiences?
I've been when I was I don't like to talk bad, but I feel like there has to be like a little bit of a little bit of that. So my ex-wife, I was in survival mode for a really long time with her. So my art was more about processing those feelings and feeling safe in that space. So my art, I explored a little bit, but I didn't explore as much as I have in the last couple of years. Being so free to do whatever and feeling so safe all the time, really allows you to explore creativity and yourself in a way that I didn't know I was really missing out on. And also quitting the job from a fair it was pretty toxic there at the end. They started getting into some interesting things along the way, and it just got more and more toxic. So getting out of the that job situation was also an ability to get out of that survival mode and be able to experience my creativity from my own perspective and how I do things.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Relatable. Hmm.
I would agree, because it took getting through a breakup to find myself again. And I think people even commented once I got into a new house and started rediscovering some of the things, that they're like, "Where have you been?
Yeah.
When did
Yeah.
when did you show up?"
Yeah.
So what what is something about finding this new space that you've discovered in your art? Is there like a recurring theme in your most recent art?
Hmm. I wouldn't s There's some recurring themes. I like to A lot of it is just so in the moment that I don't really name it until after. This piece that I'm working on now is about inward reflection and how, yeah, what that looks like, because we don't always like what we see when we look inward. There's parts of
No.
us that are not nice to ourselves. And I was just talking with my friend from 7th grade. He wished me happy birthday, and I was just talking to him about this, how he's getting out of a depression that he's been in for a couple of years, and how there's parts of him that just were so destructive and so not nice to him. And that's something that I think is really important to be able to look inward and not hate your parts, because they're just you.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah.
Hmm.
We're gonna sit on that for a second.
Yeah.
Welcome to modern romantic therapy.
Right?
I mean, truly, art is therapeutic, so I'm not against this at all.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. And that's since I was a kid with my upbringing, I used art so much to help me cope with the situations that I was in.
Did you ever feel like you said you used art, like you did art? You know,
Mhm.
for some people, the idea of diving in and just doing art is kind of daunting. Like, I don't know how to draw, or I don't know how to do art, whatever that looks like, or even figure out what art is for them.
Yeah.
Did you find that? I mean, you must have found that out at a pretty early age where drawing was your thing, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I've always had the mental space to do. I was really, I'm a huge nerd. And when I was a
Mhm.
kid, I really, really wanted to draw for Wizards of the Coast to
Oh,
make
yeah.
magic cards.
Yes.
And that dream is still, I would love to do a secret lair for them with my line work as lands and stuff. So for anybody that understands any of that,
Yeah.
I hope. But yes, so for a long time I was very interested in creating monsters and stories for those monsters and all of that stuff. I still do a little bit of my own mythology stuff here and there on the side. But I haven't created much monsters or characters or anything like that in a while. But yeah, I've always had that mental capacity for creating two-dimensional. I did win when I was in high school. I got best in show for a wax dragon that I carved. So
Ooh.
it's 3.5 feet by 2.5 feet by like
Holy
10
cow.
inches tall. So
Wow.
it's big. It's still in
Yeah.
my basement, and I know I can sculpt. It's just I don't know what to sculpt with. Clay, I hate clay drying out on my hands. It gets that like cracked feeling and it feels awful. That
Yeah, I
I'm
can
doing
relate to that.
ugh,
Mhm.
it's that horrible chalky feel.
It's
So
like
I
a
don't
dryness that doesn't go away easily either.
uh-huh. It dries out your skin and it lasts for
Mhm.
days. Ugh, hate it. But I would love to find my medium at some point and be able to sculpt that way. With jewelry, there's wax carving that I could do. My coworker Justin, he's an amazing wax sculptor. He'll make tiny little, like he made a man ant. So it's got man arms, 4 man arms, and a man head and a man torso, and then an ant butt. And it's this big. It's an inch and a half big, and it's detailed beyond what you can think of a man ant looking like.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
like centaur, but ant.
Yes. Exactly. It's really creepy and really cool. So I would love to be able to do sculpting like that, but I haven't landed on what I like yet.
I think the beauty of the art is that when you feel open and when you feel free to trying things, sky's the limit.
Mhm.
So I, by all means, is there is there one that you're is there one that you're really wanting to try out? Like you've had your eye on it for a while, but you're like, maybe now's the time to pull that.
I've done I have some tools to do some woodworking, but I would really love to do not chainsaw sculpting. That also sounds like fun, but I would like to sculpt go pick up a chunk of wood from an oak that they cut down in town, and it's like an old oak. I love oak trees. They
Mhm.
take forever to grow, and they're so knobby and awesome. But I'd love to carve that with like an angle grinder and either make something abstract or make something. I've seen some people make lamps or other things that have a use, and that seems to be what people want, is something with some sort of function besides just being a thing.
Decor. Yeah.
Decor. Yeah. So, and I've seen other people make beautiful shelves. Like they'll carve with an angle grinder beautiful shapes and then put a shelf into it. So that still doesn't quite seem like what I want. I want to just try something, but I don't know how or what I want, what my expression would be with that kind of woodworking. But it seems like fun.
I wonder what it would look like if you took your line art and carved it.
That
Ooh.
is tough.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I have the muscle memory for drawing. I don't have the muscle memory for like a power tool and doing. I have thought about that, and I'm trying to integrate it. I recently took in a job from a high school friend of mine for making wedding rings for him and his soon-to-be wife, and they want my line work on it. And I don't.
Oh,
It's very cool. It's very sweet, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just don't know how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to experiment a lot and see if I can combine
neat.
those two, because that would be a really cool fusion.
Yeah. I was thinking like even if it was just a texture or a part of it that had that element to it, and then you said something like people like a functional piece, and that
Mhm.
is an excuse to purchase. Because if the art speaks to them, it doesn't always have to be functional.
Right.
So
Exactly.
it's kind of, there's that line. I found that too in the glass art that I do, where there are certain pieces that speak to people. And still I'm just making like a bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Because so it's usable. They could still put fruit in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm playing around with that in my own work as well, where like, where do I want to be? Does it need to be functional? Maybe not.
Yeah. I would love to put that out of my mind, out of my thought process of like, this needs to be functional for somebody to buy it. Because that is something that's been in my mind, jewelry making for a very long time. Is like,
Sure.
you don't want pointy ends on a ring. You don't want this and that. So it's function over fashion. But I would really like to fashion over function with my own artwork.
Right. Yeah, because like there aren't enough Lady Gagas of the world to buy like the pointy ring.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a few. And maybe if you have the right price tag, that would make it worth it. But
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a cool place to exist. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be a fun thing to a fun world to play around in.
Yeah. I'm hoping that having my old friend wanting this will spark the rest of whatever happens afterwards.
Yeah.
While trying not to put pressure on myself to do the
Right.
thing, so I don't want to not do it, because that's one of those ADHD things where if you feel forced, you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, because then it's not play anymore, and the innovation starts to go away. Yep.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you get it.
Yep.
We talked a lot, just as a callback, we talked a lot about like form versus function when we had Jennifer Justad on our podcast.
Oh, yes.
She's a glass worker who talks quite a bit about prioritizing the function of something. She makes lots of glasses and bowls and that sort of thing. And so the foremost thing is to make sure that people can use it for its intended purpose and then not just sit there. The joy of like what brings her joy is seeing people use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I
It doesn't
understand
just
that
sit
with
on a
jewelry.
shelf or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you want somebody to be wearing that piece all the time. You want somebody to be eating their cereal out of that bowl every day. You want it to be their favorite mug when they go open that cupboard. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole like save the good champagne for special occasions or whatever, and then that day may never come.
Right. Exactly. Drink your coffee out of it.
That's right.
Yeah. You just imagine somebody with like one of those flutes and they just pour their coffee into said flute and just drink it from that. Just feel fancy.
No
Live
shame.
your life and go for
Heck
it.
yeah.
That's right. This is my coffee flute, my morning coffee flute.
In the meantime, if you would like to donate a chainsaw to Woodworking, please email us at info@themodrom.com.
We'll get it right to Isaac.
Yes.
We will not play with the chainsaw in advance of getting it to
No, you shouldn't trust any of us with a chainsaw. Like, the host of this podcast? No. Isaac, yeah.
Maybe. I do. I'm slightly accident prone, so
Oh, no.
yeah.
If there's a safety version of a chainsaw, let's take one of those.
I only know of like gloves that you can't really cut through easily.
Yeah,
You know what?
Up the
This
parts.
is the perfect time to break out like the medieval kind of like fantasy mythology thing and just wear full chainmail when you're out carving.
Then you can't.
Yeah.
Make it out of mithril.
Yeah.
Make it out of mithril.
Please don't give Isaac a chainsaw. Thanks, Nikki.
Oh, Nikki, man.
Yeah. Gloves.
Josh said gloves, chaps, helmet, and face guard. I've got all the chainmail armor.
Oh, yeah.
Chainsaw armor, I meant.
Oh, gosh. So, you had mentioned before some pieces that you're working on now. Can you talk a little bit about what those pieces are? Like, maybe what are you working towards?
Yeah. So I can show I wanted to do a series of I'll do the light, the light emotional stuff first. So I wanted to do some real colorful, and I kept this over here so I could lift it up.
Okay.
I don't do a lot of like solid color in my work too much, but I wanted to try that. So I did this red one. I've done a blue one that I just framed, and I'm going to post about it on social media because I'm going to be in an art fair in 2 weeks.
Awesome.
That I'm going to like try to showcase a few of these pieces if I can. So that's a new experiment where it's solid blocks of color, highlighting. I find that you look at the color because the human eye is trained for color. You look at the color first before you look at the line work. So it's like you get struck by the amount of color, and then you see how delicate and fine the lines are, and it kind of softens the edges a little bit, which is nice. I do like to have the line work be more of the focal point because that's the part that takes hours to do, but it is nice to have it be kind of the reverse where it's an accent. It's there to enhance the color. And then going from there, I just finished. It's a big piece. It's over there. It's up in my shelf. It'll have to be like, I'll be all the way back here. It's black and white, or it's black paper and silver and a whole bunch of galactic colors. And I find a lot of peace in the feeling of being minuscule. And I don't know why I do, but it's one of those like I don't like to be seen type of things. So it's like going under the radar or going unnoticed is a safety feeling for me. So when looking at the universe, everything in the universe that we can see and know, and all the little particles and everything, that takes up 1% of what the universe is. The 99%, the rest of it is empty space. There's nothing for millions and millions of solar miles. So it's just empty forever and ever. So it's one of those, like, if you pack everything down into this 1%, that's where we are, and that makes it special because it's so rare to have life out there in the universe. And it's where everything is. It's in that 1%.
Awesome.
I think what struck me, it didn't click really until just now that you describing the galaxies, but even with the image you were just showing with the red, with the line art moving through it, I don't know what that image is called, but it's where something exists on a certain plane, and as a gravitational force is impacted on it, an object will move through that plane and force it down into that, but it's always depicted with this graphed sort of approach to it.
Mm-hmm.
And some of your line art reminds me of the way in which they're trying to depict that, but it's almost like the different impacts of these, I'll just call them galaxy forces, on the way in which planar things exist and then manipulate itself in order to continue to exist. That's a very heady concept to say out loud.
Wow.
But it's a but you talking about the galaxy and then seeing your art, I can see the parallels between that, and I can start to see the galaxies in the line art.
Mm.
But it also, for me, in some of them, has a callback to those images where they start to try and talk about, like, how is a wormhole created?
Uh-huh.
What happens when like a dwarf star implodes, and then the combustion of that outward. Hi, let me tell you one of my things about me. I'm a big fat nerd.
It's like, I don't think I've ever heard you talk like this, Trey.
Needs to be very specific, but point being is that I truly do start to see the parallels, and I encourage other people to look at it in that same regard.
Mm.
So while there may be big blocks of color that's there, my brain is now starting to color, and ooh, there's a little bit of like the stars there. There's this here,
Yeah,
and intermixed with that is the Milky Way.
I like that. I like that a lot.
And that keeps people looking longer. I feel like, like with your work, if the red draws someone in initially, and then the shape, and then the lines and the details and the texture, and and the more you look, the more you're going to feel differently, or notice movement or whatever. I think that's as Tom Paradise said, art should provoke.
Art should provoke. I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
So-
I can see that too. I like having people, especially at like art fairs or events like that, having especially kids. I really love it when kids are like they do a double take and then they'll come running over and like lean in and look at stuff. That to me, if I can inspire, a 5-year-old to want to go home and try this, that's like the end all be all for me. But if people, grown-ups, if they're leaning in and they're seeing something that I don't see, that also is really, really, what's the right word? Beneficial? That's not right.
Mhm.
Something like that. It was in my head. I'm very dyslexic as well, so trying to pinpoint one word every once in a while is like gone.
Yep.
Yeah. And that will be what I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks, or these next 2 weeks. I have one this weekend and the following weekend. I'll be at art fairs.
Cool.
And I'm excited.
I saw those were posted on your Instagram, so if anybody wants to check those out, you should go to, it's Isaac_Pryor_art.
Correct.
Or your website. Are they on your website? I didn't even look. But you can get to Instagram from there too.
I did not put them on my website. I put them on social media. They're like my advertising. But I do have a newsletter from my website or from Patreon, whichever one, that I've been blasting it on that for the last couple of months because I've known about it for a couple of months.
Cool. That sounds fun. Have you been doing a lot of oh, sorry, Trey.
Just a quick call out. You can get to his social media from his website, and also see and access his store. His website is isaacpryorart, all one word, .com.
Yep. I tried to make it easy.
So yeah, even if you can't make it to an art fair, or you can always follow him online and support and follow and like and share and all the things that people can do for free to support art and artists.
Yes, it would be much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a YouTube, and I do post some tutorials and some other stuff here and there along the way. I'm trying to figure out my voice in making long format content, because like I record 10 hours of drawing in intervals. So I have quite a few of my pieces recorded of me drawing, and it's just silence. But I go back and I'll voice over, and I don't know exactly how to make it more interesting besides just like a time lapse, because I couldn't see myself watching a time lapse for 2 hours. I need something in between. So I'm still figuring out how to storyboard and voice over things and add just a few little graphics here and there. So, but I do have some of those videos up on YouTube that would be for anybody that wants to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that you have a willingness to show other people how as well. I think that's really neat. If someone were to want to get to do what you do, that was worded poorly. If someone wants to dive in to do what you do, what would be your advice for them?
I made a video about using, because somebody commented on YouTube, I don't have enough money to buy the equipment that you do. And I was like, I started with a ballpoint pen in high school and photocopier paper. And it's grown from there. So really just try things, try different materials, try different paper. Is one of the big things that I don't talk enough about, but I am very, very specific about the paper I use. Especially with this, it can't bleed much. So I'm very, very specific, but fine tip, fine liner pens, those are usually expensive, anywhere from $3 to $10 a piece. So going and using just a ballpoint pen or just a fountain pen, or really whatever kind of pen you want to try. I've seen this style used with ballpoint pen. It can get this ballpoint pen has a shine to it. When you bring all the lines together, it has this really interesting, like, gummy texture when you're drawing with it too. And when you have all of those lines come together, it has this really cool optical illusion, and the way that the light plays with the ink is really special. And I've seen some people do it, and I don't like ballpoint anymore, so I don't do that. But I really appreciate the ones that take the time to make it look good, because it can look fantastic. So I would say just play around with whatever you got lying around. Use a stick, dip it in some ink. We did that in college. One of my typography teacher was like, let's go get some sticks from outside, and we're gonna do a typeface using some sticks and some ink. And I was like, that's crazy and awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah. And we had some recess time.
I love that advice, using tools you have easy access to, just to start. I think about, like, Trey, if you think about like things you started with, you might have done a school play first, and you might have been the tree. I don't know. I'm guessing.
I was very tall.
He was very tall. Did I guess right?
I was a tree at one point.
Oh my gosh. Not to typecast you, but I can see that.
Hey, they just had to change one letter of my name.
Trey. Or like when I started sewing, I ended up with showing at New York Fashion Week, but I started sewing with Walmart broadcloth because that is what I could afford.
Yep.
And $10 worth of Walmart broadcloth could make a dress.
I can go a long way.
It can, yeah. You get creative with how to piece things together, and that's kind of sometimes piecing things together and making things work from very little is how you learn it better.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how you develop.
Yeah. That's a really good point. Yeah, if you start with the stuff that makes it easy, then you don't know what it's like when it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how to troubleshoot. And now Trey, he's a professional tree.
I can't confirm. Sometimes I do get confused with Sasquatch, but that's a whole separate issue.
It's the tar and feathers.
It's a third-degree burns. It looks like bark. In terms of what we like to do on the podcast, we do like to pay it forward with our guests. And because of rescheduling, we don't necessarily have a question from a past guest, but I would like to ask you a question that I haven't been able to ask in a while, which is what is a question that you would like people to ask you more often?
Ooh. That's a tough one. Just like in general or about art?
Open-ended.
Okay. I would say I think I'll make it kind of broad but specific. So, when you greet somebody and it's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's just like that's a greeting. You're like, "Oh yeah, I'm cool. I'm great." I would like somebody to ask a specific like a question about how are you, but like in a way that's not how are you, if that makes any sense. Where it's more personal and more of a touch of like, I'm a human, you're a human. We're connecting on a greeting.
Yeah. Like, what color is your sky today?
Yeah, that's kind of a fun way to put it. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because that puts a mood on what you're feeling without going into detail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a great way to put that.
That is a good one. I'm going to think about that now because I do that too, where I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" as the greeting. And we tend to, as Americans, we tend to breeze over that because we don't necessarily care about an answer. It's a hello.
Right.
And the proper answer is, "I'm fine. How are you?"
Exactly. There is a pre-programmed response.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you now?
Yeah.
I have 5 spoons out of 50.
You got 50 spoons?
No, right now I have 5
Oh,
out of 50.
like at the beginning?
At birth,
Yeah,
50
that's
spoons.
I have a lot
so
of
yeah, I love
guests.
that. I'm sorry, Trey.
I'm just continuing with the bit. So I think that's a great question. And now to pay it forward,
Yes.
our guest next week is going to be Victoria Keller, who is an actress and director. What is a question that you would like to ask them?
I mean, director and actress, like, I want it to be specific. So, like, what, besides, like, what drew you to this? But I am curious because, like, what kind of person goes into stuff like that? That's tough. I can't see myself doing it. That's why I would get so much stage fright.
This is why we love questions from other guests, because it is different worlds touching each other. And I
Right.
think that's cool.
That is very cool. Why? Maybe just why.
Just why? That's
No.
yeah.
What's
What's your
too
why
broad.
is a valid question.
Mm-hmm.
I can get
Not
behind
everybody
that.
even knows it.
That's true. Yeah, just why.
Okay, writing it down.
Okay.
Why?
Just why? Not in a negative tone. Not like
No.
just why.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah.
Like why?
Why?
Why this? Yeah. Why?
Curiosity.
It's a great question. Isaac, I have to say, this last hour with you has passed by.
Do you hear the cats?
Hello, baby.
Hi.
He wants to say bye. Come here.
Who is it?
This is Bjorn, the orange one.
Bjorn.
Bjorn. Oh.
Come here, Orange. He's playing coy. Yes.
Bjorn is not a coy name.
No. And he loves the microphone. So
he does. He's rubbing on the mic.
Oh.
Well, he just instantly loved that mic.
Oh yeah. That's his thing. He rubs his face aggressively on stuff.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Look at that.
All right, for our listening only audience, we have a delightful orange cat just rubbing up against Isaac's mic right now, and everything on his setup.
You can hear it. Yeah. There's a picture on your Instagram where you're like, I did some work despite having to hold a cat all day or whatever.
Yeah, juggling a cat.
Yeah, juggling a cat. Yeah, I can relate
Yeah.
to this. Oliver does the same thing where he wants to be held the whole time.
This is his preferred spot. He doesn't like to sit in laps. He needs to be held, and he needs to be held specifically like this so that he can
Yes.
restrict me from doing anything. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and it's like you can try to one arm whatever you're doing,
Yep.
but it's sometimes hard. Or switch shoulders, you know, like, hey, maybe you should. Yep.
Yep. I'm gonna do. Okay. Say hi. Say hi.
That purr. We can hear it.
Good.
Good. Good.
He's got a good motor.
Yeah, he does. He's one of the louder boys in the house. Who's the
What a
loudest? He's the
lover.
loudest. He's the loudest.
Bjorn, welcome to the Modern Romantic Podcast.
He's happy to be here.
He is. Look at that. Just push the mic over.
Well,
Wanna go to your
Isaac, I have to say the last hour with you has truly flown by, and I love the perspective that you have when it comes to art. That you have an open mind, that you're willing to explore, and that you said it so succinctly and so well that it's a fantastic way to process. So I think you are really doing the work, and that it shows. And I really hope more you get to have more people come to you at these art shows that will be as invested in your art as we are.
I would love that too, and thank you. That's a really nice way of putting it. I thought a lot in the last couple of years why I create art, and so that's why, to make me feel good.
That's your why.
That's my why.
Yep.
To end out our podcast today, my final question for you, which has nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far, is if you could sit down with anybody in the world, alive or dead, who would be sitting on the opposite side of that table?
I remember you said this in the pre episode gaming, and I forgot about it until just now. I do think Albert Einstein would be really cool to sit down and talk to. I think he had kind of a nihilistic way of looking at the world, and he wasn't the best of people, but he was really smart. So I think that would be one of them. There is an artist, and I don't remember his name. Is he Ukrainian? No. Is he? I can't remember his name at all, but all of his work was destroyed in World War II, and he was the he made so many statues for the country. I really wish I could remember. There's a documentary on Netflix about him, and
we can Google it.
He was such a sweet man. If we have a minute, I mean, I can grab my phone. I think I can.
Sure, you might know better keywords to look this up than we would.
Yeah.
I'm like, did he do more than sculpt?
Yeah, he did like really, really weird, but really like realistic drawings that were. He did the human form in a way that is very like machine-like, almost like H.R. Geiger. Very kind of similar, but different. Let me see if I can find him real quick.
Was it Arno Brecker?
No, he's got Ski is in the last name.
Okay, I just looked up sculptor whose work was destroyed in World War II.
Let's see.
Oh, Stanislav
Yes.
Sokolsky.
Yes, that's him.
Sokolsky. Stanislav Sokolsky.
Yeah.
Stumbling over that. Yes.
His work is insane, and he had a huge body of work that did make it here, but his major sculptures and bronze work and just so many statues and everything that he carved or had cast, all gone in the bombing. And he seemed like a very nice person in general just to talk to. And I would like
wow.
I would like to know more about him. Because he was huge and then gone. Everything was gone, and he moved to the US and became like a salesman or something like that for 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of his work, and it's probably for its time was probably pretty futuristic.
Very. Yes.
Yeah. Fascinating. Those
Emily,
lines.
Can
Yeah.
you message me that name? Because I cannot find it
I
quickly.
can do that, yes.
Thank you. I have some research to do.
Yes.
And that sounds incredible.
It's like good homework for our audience too.
That's true. Yes.
We like assigning homework.
We'll include it in our show notes.
What's that?
We'll include it in our show notes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Your homework is to look up the art of Stanislav.
It's hard.
Zakalski. I'm just gonna say the S is silent. It's gonna be Zakalski.
Zakalski. Yeah. That sounds right.
It's SZ. SZ is the last name.
Yep.
And then all the rest of the letters. It's not just SZ.
No.
Anyway, yeah. Fascinating work and tragic at the same time.
Yeah.
But what a great answer, and what a great way to end our episode on. But Isaac, I want to again thank you so much for being with us today and for sharing that with us. As we close this episode out, you can find past episodes from us wherever you get your podcast from. You can find more information about us on our website at themodrom.com. And we have more behind the scenes footage on our Patreon. Search for The Modrom on Patreon.
Yep.
And I am losing all of the end stuff that I've done. It's been a second, so I'm losing it completely. So I'm just going to end it here. We couldn't do this show without you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.